Hello everybody, today me and Noah gathered some question about the wizarding world that really grind our gears, really make us think. Now our task is to answer those questions based on our own headcanon. Like if the wizarding world was real right now, how would we explain the things that we're questioning? It's gonna make sense once the presentations start. For those of you who actually know stuff about the wizarding world, don't hate us. If you have some answers or like some add-ons and stuff, let us know in the comments down below. And how about we get this party started?
Okay, my kids, we have a little history lesson here right now.
Okay. This is so fucking ass. Hello, dear wizards, muggles, whoever you might be. Welcome to my presentation for the history of Hogwarts. The history started with a man called Hog. Mr. Hog has been an average European colonizer. He was celebrated as a great hero upon the purebloods and other wizards because he provided them with land and whatever. At a war, he died gracefully by stepping on a landmine, which fucked him up so bad that his remains scattered all over the land. And whenever somebody found one of those remains, they made a settlement there with his name on it.
What the fuck?
So, for example, we have Hogwarts.
Oh my god.
That's where he found his very prominent wart he had on his neck. Next we have Hogsmeade. One day Hogwarts, after years of being a tourist attraction for Hogswart, which were like tours, they called it the Hog Tour. One day it got bought by some scholars who turned it into an art school. Now it's not Hogwarts anymore, it's Hog W Arts. And every one of the founders had their own art style they taught. So that's where the houses came from. So Gryffindor had minimalism, Ravenclaw had impressionism, Slytherin had racism, and Hufflepuff had feminism. The creative education can't be forever because Hogwarts was forced to turn into a self-defense school after a certain funny bearded muggle was rejected from art school. All of the founders made secret rooms without telling the others, so they're really secret upon their house. So Gryffindor did the post-chess basement where they hid the Philosopher's Stone in the first movie. But they never used it because the Gryffindors were too dumb to get rid of the riddles.
Okay.
The Ravenclaw had what I call the room a peak the stairs on the very top of the grand moving staircase. Slytherin, of course, had the Chamber of Secrets. Of course they did. And Hufflepuff had the Room of Requirement because every Hufflepuff needs their personal safe space because they're all a bunch of snowflakes.
Okay.
On the modern day, what happened to Hogwarts? They're still going. They still await the return of you-know-who. Thanks for your attention. Like and subscribe.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Any questions in the back?
Where's Hog Hat?
I couldn't find that. I actually Googled if that was a thing. And Hog's Head is a brand of barrels to make like wine or some shit.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, actually super random.
You get an A+ for additional research here.
Thank you.
Okay, now you will see the worst presentation in history.
It's gonna be fine. It can't be that bad. The AI.
We are all wondering about who invents all these spells in Hogwarts. There are many techniques the wizards use. They meditate, you know, they have like brainstorming sessions in their co-working spaces. They also get their inspirational sources from natural phenomena, you know. They also draw inspiration from everyday problems, so they only invent spells if there is like a problem to it which has to be solved.
Can you just a quick question? Can you read the last sentence? What is that?
This?
Yeah, this.
I don't know, bro. This eclectic pool ensures a vibrant and ever-evolving repertoire of spells, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. How do they actually invent spells? There's, of course, this oops, I made a spell moment, okay? They were sitting there, were very angry about something, and were just screaming something. Yeah, that's how actually Avada Kedavra was invented, because people were just angry and screaming around stupid words, and it was like a mistake, okay? Of course, they also learn from their mistakes and refine spells. So that's why Expelliarmus sometimes is like only putting away the wand, but also sometimes can push back people. It depends on how you refine the movement and how you actually execute the spell. Yeah, of course, all of the spells have to be TÜV geprüft. They have to be spell checked, and only spells that are actually safe are released into the public. I think we can skip this. I don't know what this is. And of course you have to get a patient, like a patent, and the patent you can only get from Dumbledore at Hogwarts. That's why Hogwarts is actually such a very important place in the modern world, because they give out the patents for spells. Was ist das für eine Scheiße? Thank you very much. Please don't try this at home.
Hey, that was fine. That was pretty good. It's actually impressive the amount of words you know. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, sit down. This presentation is about why necromancy is not more common these days. So, necromancy is the practice of magic involving communication with the dead by summoning their spirits. I think the ghosts in Hogwarts might actually be a form of necromancy. Because somebody, like, I don't know, John Hogwarts, wanted to talk to the people.
Who exactly is John Hogwarts?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a name. He wanted to commune with the spirits, so now the spirits roam free in Hogwarts. Why are there only ghosts in Hogwarts? That's the only ghosts we ever see in Harry Potter, pretty much. My theory is that John Hogwarts conjured those ghosts in Hogwarts just by experimenting. And before he could lift the spell to bring the ghosts back into the spirit realm, he died himself. So now the ghosts are trapped for eternity.
Okay.
Yeah, that might actually be a reason why it could be illegal, technically. Famous necromancers in the wizarding world that we know of are Peter Pettigrew. He kind of respawns Voldemort,
True.
So that might be a form of necromancy, actually. Then we got Harry Potter, because in the 4th movie, Goblet of Fire, he shortly uses the ghosts of his parents and stuff to fend off Voldemort. So that could be a form of accidental necromancy to bring the spirits to fight for him. Then we have, as mentioned, John Hogwarts. And there was a 4th fucking column on the slide, so I just added Song Jin-woo from Solo Leveling. All right. So why is necromancy illegal? Although no wizard cares about the law anyways. So what is even the point of making it illegal? There's many reasons why it could be illegal. But my understanding is the woke agenda. Because necromancy. Necro, which is very close to some racial slur. Then we have man. Patriarchy. That's fucking outdated. Feminism took rid of that ages ago. And we got C, which sounds like C, which is Italian, and nobody likes Italians. Thank you for your attention.
That was actually fire, holy shit.
It's about magic creatures, okay? And I have 2 examples brought with me. We have Fluffy, the 3-headed dog, yeah, with commitment issues, obviously. Fluffy is supposed to guard the entrance, but is like actually struggling with loyalty because he has to be chained to the floor that he stays there. So I'm not quite sure if he's actually loyal like a normal dog, but yeah. Where does he actually come from? Fluffy, okay, Fluffy is like Fluffy is a crossbreed of a magical creature and a dog, okay? Many dogs actually. It was like a situation where multiple dogs were involved. Of course, this has many challenges. In his house, he always has to get 3 different cups of water. He always has to get 3 different cups to eat. Okay, Backbeat. We all know him, we all love him. He is a combination of an eagle and a horse. Of course, as you can imagine, that was a very small horse and it actually raped an eagle. You could backtrack that. Buckbeat actually, because he's a bird, so he eats what an eagle eats, and he also eats what an actual horse would eat, but we never see that in the movies, so that's a fun fact you only get here. His natural habitat are magical forests and of course suburban gardens. Other notable creatures are trolls, which are pretty powerful, but no one actually cares about them. They have a very complex social structure, but no one actually cares about them, so there's not much written down about them because all of the wizards just kill them. Goblins are like the wizards try to take advantage of the goblins because they know they are very good with craftsmanship and numbers. So they pretty much torture them to work for them in banks, and all of the construction work like Trump uses the Mexicans. And then the third one. These ones are just to be killed. The second ones are to be worked. And the third ones are the house elves, which are like actual slaves. Conclusions. Magical creatures are more trouble than they're worth, of course. And they're all very annoying. That's it.
Quick question. Why are the magical beasts only in magical territory?
They can't. There's like a border.
Like the Mexican border.
Like the Mexican border.
Alright, so my last topic is about the Phoenix Tears and the healing capability of said Phoenix Tears.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so what is a Phoenix? It's kind of a big bird with the healing capability so advanced it can rebuild its entire body from ash. What are the possibility of usages for the Phoenix Tears that can heal? So you can just do on-site insta-heal, you can produce medication out of that, you can cure various illnesses, and it would be a great mascot for hospitals.
True.
So how does the healing actually work? The tears are in a state beyond liquid, like they're so liquid that they insta-sip into your body. There it merges with your cells and greatly boosts the cell division to the utmost, and therefore instantly recreates missing spots and stuff like that.
So it's just amplifying the cell regeneration.
Yes, exactly. Of course, there come potential dangers with that. Since it heals too efficiently, doctors might become obsolete and jobless, and they can no longer sit in front of a camera pointing at a tablet. The Phoenix Tears in mass production. As we explained earlier, we could make medication out of that. So one very sad Phoenix could produce enough medicine to cure everything, anytime, forever. Since it can regenerate a whole body from ashes, spawning dumbass newborn babies is now obsolete as well. And we can perform the purest form of necromancy, which is just respawning dead people. The dead people's ashes instantly regenerate the dead person with the knowledge and everything they had, but they just grow up again, you know?
Oh my god. Is that actually possible? Oh my god.
Yeah, sure, it can regenerate itself, so of course it can regenerate other people, technically, right? The mandatory training to become a doctor is a little bit different now. Lifting weights, as we can see in the picture above, is very important because the nurse has to hold the Phoenix for 8 hours straight, and a Phoenix is about like 6 to 8 kilograms, which can be very tiring. So you don't have to study medicine or anything. Nobody cares about that, but you have to lift weights. You have to be pumped as a nurse. So is farming the tears actually ethical? Of course it is. Phoenix are a highly endangered species, therefore they have nothing to be happy about anyways. Crying naturally comes to them. And also don't question why Phoenix are endangered, because they quite literally can't die. They just regenerate. They just respawn. So we're just gonna ignore that one. That's a topic for another presentation. All right, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for...
Fuck you.
Okay, I think that's actually my best one now. The totally serious and not at all made up story of Quidditch. In this presentation, we will explore where Quidditch comes from and other wizarding sports that are relevant in Hogwarts and the wizarding universe. Since the beginning of wizardry, soon people found out you could fly with sticks. Of course, it evolved into some natural gaming, like throwing balls around and stuff like that. But it all came to place with the Great Goblin Rebellion of 1347. There was like a rebellion of the goblins because earlier I explained the goblins were just, used to work. So they were rebelling. In that time, of course, the wizards used their brooms to go around and, we're throwing balls at them, basically, to get rid of the rebellion and to furthermore use the goblins for their needs. After that was done, Quidditch actually was invented because they made like themselves a game out of it, throwing stuff around. Yeah, there are some rules the government regulates, but we're actually not gonna go into that because those rules are just stupid. And we're gonna go to the first wizarding sport, Exploding Snap Dodgeball. It's basically throwing cards at each other that explode, like dodgeball in real life as we know it. But the things explode and you die if it hits you. Next one is Transfiguration Tag, which is just like a Mexican standoff, but you're transforming each other into different things. And of course, the last sport is cauldron racing, which basically is just a race like in Mario Kart with cauldron, but you can also use the cauldron to mix in different things to make like steam to distract. You can make like steam to distract like people behind you, or you can shoot out fireballs or anything like that. It's basically Mario Kart but with cauldrons. And the modern era of Quidditch, of course, Quidditch is the most known sport. It fills many stadiums all of the time. It has a very big culture. There are many professional players out there which earn millions and millions of gold coins every year just playing the sport. And is Quidditch actually fun? That's a big debate, because of course Quidditch can be fun because it's like a team game and a strategic game. But it also has like pretty weird and stupid rules, and it's very dangerous. And yeah, in conclusion, we've learned absolutely nothing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Noah. One thing we learned today is that less than 1 day to prepare 3 presentations is not enough.
You think so? You think so?
Nobody's gonna watch this video, and if they do, they're gonna sit there like, what?
What the fuck is this shit? We have to do this again sometimes, but like with 3 days or something preparation.
Yeah, definitely. And
that would be awesome.
With proper questions. Guys, if you have any questions you want us to answer, let us know in the comments down below. Alright guys, so these facts that we explained today are all gonna be canon from now on, okay? Whatever J.K. Rowling wrote on her stupid little website is all obsolete. This is now canon. Hog actually existed. John Hogwarts, who got the exact same name, also existed. And yes, Hitler wanted to go to Hogwarts but got rejected because he's a Muggle. Alright guys, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, like the video. If you like me, subscribe to my channel. If you like Noah, subscribe to his channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Dude, we're never gonna upload a video ever again.
Digga, meine.